Hello, YouTube. Today, for some reason, I thought of the idea to turn Italy into the US. So basically, configure the states in the shape of Italy. And yeah, this first try wasn't so good, but I eventually thought, okay, my thought process through this was the Alps will be pretty mountainous states, and then like the middle of Italy is also pretty mountainous, so I'd make more mountainous states in the middle. And then I'd go throughout. So I did the second try and I turned the line straight. So I put Colorado at the top actually and Utah, so I wasn't really going like west has to be west. And then I went to the south and I did California. I thought it would be good to have California own Sicily and Sardinia and the south of Italy. And then I put Nevada and Arizona down there. So basically, the west is divided into the south of Italy and the north of Italy. That's New Mexico. And I just moved up. So that's Texas right there. And then I went all the way up. I put Oregon and Washington up there because they're pretty mountainous in that region as well. And then I did Montana and Idaho because I think Montana and Idaho are parts of the Rockies. And then I kind of put Wyoming in there and also Kansas. But yeah, I had to also think of Alaska, so I just gave Alaska a little bit of land. It's not like I could give them the whole north of Italy, because that wouldn't really be like that land is very populated, and Alaska isn't very populated, so it wouldn't make much sense. I also decided to put the Great Lakes region, part of it up in that kind of Venice area of Italy. So I put Minnesota up there, North and South Dakota. I had to figure out the shapes of them. Actually, as you'll see at the end of the video, I did change shapes of the states, so it is worth it to watch till the end because if your state may have got small down for some reason, it probably got bigger by the end. And I figured, yeah, this region wasn't very good. I think the Minnesota area was good, but I had to have an area for Michigan, which I just put there. Then that's Wisconsin, and Iowa is the more square one. And then I decided in the middle of the country, I thought the best idea would have um, like New England and the Mid Atlantic there. So I actually put Nebraska, and then as you'll see, I went down and did the Mid Atlantic. And I did New England first. So that's Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. And then I made New York pretty big, and I actually made it cross the whole Italian peninsula. And then I would put Massachusetts on their side there, and Rhode Island and Connecticut. But I actually didn't give New York any ocean access, which is surprising. And I also didn't give Pennsylvania any because Pennsylvania doesn't ever have any. And then there's also New Jersey right there. I put Ohio down here. So I kind of broke up the Great Lakes into like Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio got the more southern part. And then up north is Michigan and stuff. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Yeah, and then I started doing the South. So that's Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, D.C., South Carolina, that was. And I had to fix it a few times, but that's West Virginia right there that I just drew. Virginia, North Carolina, Kentucky. And I didn't really stick with the state borders, but I kind of thought it was more important to have the topography and climate similar than where they exactly bordered. But I kind of kept some regions, as you'll see at the end. I tried to keep like most states close to some of the other states that they border. Not necessarily bordering all the states that they border, but like bordering at least some. So like none of them are very isolated from where they usually are. Like they still have a few states that are from the region in that area. I think every state borders at least one state they actually border, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I was pretty much done at this point, but I decided to color it, and as you'll see, I definitely made a lot of edits to it. So Oregon, I don't know, I just went through. I wanted some nice colors, and I like the coloring process, so I'll just keep it at that. But yeah, I did edit some of it. So in the comments, I'd appreciate it if you'd write, here's the thing, I'll tell you something. This map is definitely not perfect. 100% not perfect. But I did try on this. I kind of tried. I didn't put much planning into it, as you probably could tell. Oh yeah, I was fixing Texas's border because I didn't know what I was gonna put there, and then I realized that was gonna be Hawaii, so I had to make another Hawaii area. But the only state that I did forget that I had to put back in was Missouri, and I don't know why I forgot it, but I did. Yeah, so all that land, like the Sardinia, Sicily, and the southern little peninsula of Italy, like, are California. Because I figured they have a lot of people, they got a lot of land. It's not necessarily the best land in Italy, but Louisiana has that little tiny peninsula. I don't know what that's named, which is kind of weird. I just colored Illinois, Ohio. I think the states that I did, like I gave them extra, were Pennsylvania, Oregon got done pretty well. Montana got good amount of land for how many people they have, and California definitely got a good end of the stick. And the states that didn't get what they necessarily deserved probably were Louisiana got short stick definitely. Um, Montana also, like, Montana got good land, but very small compared to what they actually are. I think most of the other states. Oh, the Dakotas. The Dakotas barely got any land. As you'll see, I did fix that because I figured, why does Iowa have so much land and why does the Dakotas have none? So yeah, I definitely made a lot of improvements in the next clip, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so first fix I made was making North Dakota a lot bigger because it definitely got like a very small amount of land, and they don't even have uh like they don't even border the Adriatic. I think that's the Adriatic Sea right next to Italy on that side. They don't even border the sea, so yeah. And South Dakota got a little bit bigger, and Iowa got destroyed. I also fixed I also fixed New York because I figured they needed an ocean border or sea border, and I just made Maine smaller because they seemed pretty big for what Maine actually is. And then I just moved New Hampshire up. Yeah. I also made some other improvements, as you'll see. So I forgot about Missouri. So I just cut out part of Utah and put Missouri there. I also realized I forgot Hawaii later, but whatever. Because I was going to put Hawaii in a certain spot, but then I didn't. So I just figured it would be better on Sardinia anyway. Yeah, I think Utah got a very good area of land, and Colorado. So I'm actually going to show you the groups of like where the regions are. So that region is kind of the Pacific Northwest up there, and it actually is where it would be if you think about it, Pacific Northwest, Northwest. Um, the Rocky area, like the most of the Rockies are up there, which I think Idaho is both the Pacific Northwest. Like, kind of, Idaho's kind of the Pacific Northwest and kind of the Rockies. Then I had the Midwest in that kind of northeast, north central region of Italy. They definitely got a small area for what they are. Wait, did I say northwest? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean. Whatever it is. Then New England, which New York isn't obviously New England, but it kind of, in the purposes of this, it is, because it kind of connects the Massachusetts, like South New England and North New England. And then the Mid-Atlantic, which New York is a part of, is kind of in this area. New Jersey got a good chunk of land on there, too, I would think. I think D.C. is kind of considered the Mid-Atlantic. I don't know. The South got pretty much the central part of Italy, which I think is, I don't know. But yeah, I had that kind of the Rust Belt part of the Midwest in like Ohio, Indiana, Illinois in that section. And then the Southwest, is California considered Southwest? Maybe. I don't know. In that whole south part of this country. Yeah, I think I did the map pretty well. I definitely could have done some stuff better. But as you'll see, I forgot Hawaii, obviously, so I'm putting in Hawaii on Sardinia. And I think California is really the coolest. If I were here, I'd probably live in, actually I'd live in the north. So I'd live in, I don't know, Montana, near Switzerland. I don't know. I'd live in Montana. But the whole center part of Italy is pretty much mountains. Like, running down it, I think. So, I think, like, the Appalachian Mountains are basically, like, running through there as they would. So, like, a lot of the middle states are from the Appalachians. And yeah, here's the finished product. As you can see, Louisiana definitely was small. Some states were definitely bigger than what they would be. But I think overall it's a pretty good map. Maybe suggest any other countries that I could fit the U.S. in, or continents. And I really enjoyed filming this. Enjoyed drawing, and I hope you had a good time watching. Subscribe if you liked the video. And thank you for watching.